Yard, baby. Here with the award-winning host of The Yard, Donte Booker, the legend. We talking about incarceration. Talking about reform. We talking about innocence projects. And we just giving it to you 100, man, how it is, man. D-Book, man, what's up with you, baby? How you feel?
Oh, man, it's a blessing to be out here, Doc, man. I'm enjoying my freedom, man. And, I'm glad that, man, we putting this together, man, for people to see the realness of what happened to Donte Booker.
Mm-hmm.
It's all true story. Everything is documented. It's uncut. We just keeping it 100, man.
Right.
For the viewers out there, man, can get understanding of incarceration and the things that go on with incarceration and if they need any type of assistance, I'm here to give it to them because I got 30 years plus in maximum security state penitentiaries, man, and in the feds, maximum security state. So I've been on both levels, and I survived through that, Doc. Can't too many individuals, man, do that.
Right.
And be in a right state of mind.
Right, being in the right state of mind, man. That's a blessing, man. It's always good to see you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're my guy. I love you.
Oh, man,
you know
I love
what I'm saying?
you too, Doc,
and,
man. Ain't no question.
I appreciate you enlightening people, our youth, our loved ones who are incarcerated right now, and those who we are trying to get from being incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they learn these life lessons that you are sharing with our audience.
Absolutely.
And I know last time we talked a lot about your stint in prison, doing over 30 years incarcerated. What advice would you give to the youth that is either heading in that direction or is already in that situation a day in, a week in, a month in? What advice would you give the youth?
First of all, if you just proceed to the judicial system, get you a good attorney. But I'm gonna say this: all good attorneys is not good attorneys. You got a lot of attorneys, which dudes don't know. They all affiliated together with the judges, the prosecution department. So they all working together. They play golf together. They at each other's houses. They eat dinner together. So they making deals. So with that said, make sure you get a good attorney who's not on that type of level. You got a very few. And I also gonna tell you that just because you got a paid attorney, that don't mean that he gonna fight for you. Okay. My experience is that the public defender's office is the best attorneys, man. Okay. Than a paid attorney.
Right.
Okay. Paid attorneys just got a little connection here and there. They work with the they work with the judges and all that, so they do favors. But a public defender, state and fed, is the best attorneys, man.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow. And that's interesting because
Yeah.
I've always heard the opposite.
Oh, okay.
I've always heard the opposite. But you've been in there, you've dealt with them, so and you're looking at a different side and a different opinion.
Correct.
So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear a different voice, a different side from the inside.
Right.
And what would you say to family members that are going through this? Because they, at some point and at some times, they do the time with you. What would your advice be to family members?
Okay, before I answer that, let me also state this about the attorneys.
Okay.
Public defenders. The public defender's office got my opinion, got the best attorneys because that's all they do. The law, cases every day, and they got the best appeals attorneys.
Okay.
Okay. public defenders office, state and fed, got the best appellate attorneys to fight for you because that's all they do. You know, they specialize in that. So, with that said, you know, get your public defender. Save your money. Save your money. You're going to pay a paid attorney $10,000, $20,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. You understand? And it be worthless. Get your public defender when you ain't got to pay nothing. And he's still going to fight for you, but you still do your diligence and doing, you know, looking up cases, knowing a little something. Get on the computer, look up your case, see what you're facing, see how much time you're facing. You know, see, a lot of dudes, they just put it on their attorney to do the job. Start doing your job as well.
Right.
And let the attorney know, like, man, I know what's going on. You know. So do your diligence. You know, read the books. They got computers now. Back then it was the book.
Right.
And so read the book. Go on the computer. Look up your case. Know how much time you face. Know everything about your case.
Right.
You know, Doc.
Right.
Oh, man, the yard, man. Look at the
yeah,
yard.
yeah, it's
Look at
beautiful,
the yard,
man. It's beautiful.
We in the yard, man. You understand it? It's raining out here.
Yeah, God talking to us.
Right, God talking to us, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Let us know, man.
Right.
We're doing a good time.
Right. So I know we're going to get back on the family part aspect of it, but I want to stay on this road too. Is that do you consider yourself a jailhouse attorney? Because I've heard that term before.
Yeah.
And could you expand on that a little bit?
Sure. On my state case, when I had appeals attorney, right, came to see me, sign this. That's it. Okay. So in my mind, okay, man, I know I just went to trial. I just had a DNA specialist said, man, it was not, the DNA test wasn't no match. But I still got found guilty because I was black and the lady was white. And the jurors looked at that.
Right.
So I put my hands in the appeals attorney, which was appointed attorney. See, they gonna give you appointed attorney instead of a public defender that specialized in appeals. But I had appointed attorney. He came in, had me sign a piece of paper, and boom, I'm waiting in jail, knowing that thinking I'm gonna get back and get my case overturned. Man, I get in the mail from the appeals court saying I'm denied. I come to find out that this appeals attorney didn't file what he was supposed to file to get my case overturned. So he had to be working with them. So I goes in the law library. I said, man, forget this. At the time, I'm going to Ashland University College in jail.
Okay.
I'm trying to get me a degree. So I'm getting good grades, cool. So now I got to drop out of college because, man, listen, I got to fight for myself now.
Right.
I can't put my hands in these appointed attorneys no more. So I go in the law library, which is the old man's field. You know, where they had the movie Shawshank Redemption at. I did my time there. And they had a library. You had to climb up all these stairs, steel stairs, man, all the way up in there. Man, like about 6 flights up. And you go up the stairs, these stairs. You know, a lot of dudes got thrown off the stairs. You understand? Dropped, you got killed, messed up. But you go up in the law library. I goes in there. I go to the law clerk. I said, man, I show him my trial transcripts. Man, read this. I said, man, can you help? He said, man, he looked at it. He see that the DNA specialist say, man, no match. He said, damn, man, how did you get found guilty? I said, man, because she was white and I was black. But still in the same token, I said, man, can you help me?
Right.
He said, I got so many cases. Now, he been down for 30 years.
Okay.
On a murder, couple of double homicide. So he said, man, only thing I could do, man, is give you this game. Just start reading law books. Okay. So that's what I did. Did that. At the time, they had these Harmony 45 typewriters, you know, pet kind. Never forget it, Harmony 45. So I get on there. I don't know how to type, so I'm pecking. But I get good at it, you know, as I'm progressing. Now, boom, file it, send it to the appeals court. I know I got it. When it go to the appeals court, I'm waiting. Months. Yeah. Damn, why they taking so long? So when they eventually come back, they just deny me, don't give me no reason to deny. But make the long story short, I filed a petition to the federal judge up in Toledo, John D. Potter. Never forget it. He looked at my petition, and man, he wrote me back. He sent a letter. He said, man, you absolutely correct. He said, man, because they supposed to explain why they denied you, they just can't deny you. And he said, man, you did a hell of a job, man, as a pro se litigant. That's what they call you. So he said, man, I'm gonna put a letter with this back to the appeals court and tell them to give you a reason why they denied you. And he let me know that, man, this is some injustice here. So I wait. Man, they don't even respond back. But with that said, though, Doc, is that I start really getting into the law, helping myself. I didn't really get superb until I get to the Fed. You know what I'm saying? I just got to doing 12 in the Fed. And we elaborate on that story, how I got there. But I was good. When I got into it in the Feds, oh man, I was thorough with it, man, because I had went to maximum security Feds, USP Lee, up in Virginia. You know, they punching that knife up in there and, you know, killing, stabbing. You know what I'm saying? So we stayed locked down so much. So I ain't doing nothing but reading books, you know, reading all this and that. And so I remember I get my first you know, clients, you know. See, like in maximum security, USP, you got nothing but gangs all up in there, man.
Okay.
Killers. I'm talking about from all inside the country. You got the GD, Vice Lords, Bloods, Crips. Then you got the Mexican gang. You understand? Called the Pisces. Then you got the Serranos. You understand? They out there in California, all that. You got a guy called the Black Hand. He got a tattoo of Black Hand on his neck. He run all along. You know what I'm saying? He walk around there like the president. You know, they got about 20 guys, like he, you know, bodyguarding. But he a killer though. You know what I'm saying? But it's like 200 strong of them. And man, they killers. But and you got gangs outside the country. Not just inside, you know what I'm saying, inside the country. You got gangs all over outside the country. You got these Chinese, Japanese called the Yakuza. Yakuza, killers. You got the Somalian gang. You know, they be motherfucking, you know, pirates. You know, they be sticking up the ships and shit, you know, hold them hostage, get money. You got them. You got the African gang. You got these other gangs. You got the drug lords up in there. You know what I'm saying, for Colombia. You know, Medellin cartel. You know, Cali cartel. All these dudes in federal maximum security. You understand? And they doing life. You know, life in the feds, that's death. You know, and they doing 1,000 years. So they ain't never getting out.
Right.
But it's politics in there. You know, everything's run through the inmates. You understand? And they do politics. You know, you got to get in the car. I was in Ohio car. Then the Midwest car. You know what I'm saying? Ohio, Michigan, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes out the Midwest. You got to ride with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? You got the down south car. You dig? All the down south dudes stick together, but you got a dude called the shot caller. You know, you got anytime you got a problem, you got to go to the shot caller before you make any move. You know, if you got a problem with another dude out of Midwest car or the Bloods, the Crips, or whatever, you got to go to your shot caller. And then you got to sit down and tell him your situation.
And get approval.
Right. It's politics in there. You know, and your work got to be good.
Right.
You know, so your paperwork. You understand? You know, you can't have no 5K, 1 Rule 35B. You understand? You know, because they checking it.
Right. Now, what's that? What's that case? If you just squared off? The 5-1-35B.
It's called 5K1. It
Okay.
means substantial assistance.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
for these rap motherfuckers out here
Okay.
snitching.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You know, that's what the government do. They get these rap dudes, you understand? And they trying to get time off their sentence because they trying to get back on the street. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being on 10 toes and stand up, you know what I'm saying? They trying to get back out there with their girl, you know, or try to get back out there on the street so they help the government bust another dude, you know what I'm saying? And go testify against another dude to get time off their sentence, man. You know, so, but in maximum security, USP, they checking work, your paperwork. You got to come in with your work. They tell you got 30 days to bring your work. I'm talking about trial transcripts. All that other documents, man, ain't on that. Let me see your trial transcript. Let me see your PSI. You understand? Pre-sentence investigation and all that. You know what I'm saying? Documentation to know that. You're gonna put on hold, John, and then come back in.